Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your man Skip, aka Skip and Tosh here of the Sacktown Breakdown. Technical difficulties, you gotta love them. This is my second time doing the breakdown because we had some tech difficulties just a moment ago. We're doing it live on twitch.tv/Skip and Tosh. So anybody who's listening to the audio podcast, or if you listen to this on YouTube, you want to catch us live, please catch us there. I'm gonna double check my audio now. Cool, I'm sounding good. I'm gonna have the headphones on my neck the whole time because I'm gonna have to be checking the audio, making sure I'm not cutting out. But man, it was a barn burner. Came down to the very last play. These is the type of exciting basketball you want to see, and these are the type of wins that we want to see our team getting accustomed to, because we're learning how to win in the clutch, and that's very big for a team that have playoff aspirations. You get into playoff situations, and you got to learn how to clutch those wins out like this. You got to learn how to keep control of the game and the tempo, and we're starting to learn how to do that against savvy players and even against some pretty good teams. But let's go ahead and let's take a look at the stats, and we'll keep this one kind of short since it's my second time doing it. I apologize for anybody that's been waiting for this breakdown and kind of got cut a little short. Tech difficulties, yo. You know how it is. All right, here we go. Whoop. Bam. All right, so we're taking it down here. I like to go quarter by quarter. So we started off decently, 23 points to their 18. Second quarter, totally turned it around. We only scored 15. They scored 29. They tightened up on defense. Curse of the third quarter didn't hit us too hard this time. We had 31 to their 24. And then at the end, fourth quarter, we had 25 and they had 22. And that put us up by one for us to win 94-93 against Oklahoma City. Again, take a look at the game leaders. Dennis Schroeder led with 17. Buddy Hield, 23 for us. Steven Adams with 11. Rashawn Holmes with 7. Chris Paul with 12 assists. Buddy Hield with 6. Dennis Schroeder with 2 steals, 1 block. Rashawn Holmes with 2 steals, 1 block. Of course, we look at the team stats because they tell a little bit of a story. We shot 88 shots, made 39, so 44.3 field goal percentage. They did slightly worse, 43% on 34 out of 79 shots. 3-point percentage, we didn't shoot as many threes as we normally did, and we didn't shoot it very well at all. 32% from three-point land. We only made 10 out of 31. They made 13 out of 33 for 39%, so they shot efficiently. We didn't get to the line enough again. We only got there. We only shot 10 free throws, only made 6. They shot 18 free throws, only made 12 of them, so 66% for them, 60% for us. They had twice the assists, 24 assists to our 12, 44 rebounds for them, 40 for us. We had one more steal, 9 to their 8 steals. They had 8 blocks. We had 3. We had 15 turnovers. They had 16. We went a little bit above where I like us to be on free throws. Our sweet spot is 14 in my personal opinion. 15 can still get the job done. Once we go past 15, it's usually not looking good for us. We'll run through their numbers real quick. 32 minutes for Nader, he had 15 points. Gallinari only had 14, which I was surprised in his 33 minutes. Shagilius Alexander, 35 minutes, had 14 points. Steven Adams had a double-double, 12 points and 11 assists. And then Chris Paul only kept Chris Paul to 8 points, which is pretty solid. He likes to get his guys involved, but he did have 12 assists, so he was getting other guys' buckets. We know that. That's Chris Paul's game. That's how he likes to get down. Dennis Schroeder again with 17. Nerlens Noel came in pretty strong in his 19 minutes, had 11 points. And shout out to Dorton Basley, but we're going to go ahead and move over to Sacramento Kings. Buddy Hield in his 37 minutes had 23 points. Shot 9 to 24. Buddy's been chucking lately. He's been chucking them shots up. But, he's the best scorer on our team next to Bogey, and we don't have Fox, so someone's got to eat those shots. Corey Joseph is not a shooter, we know, and he doesn't take a lot of shots, but he did have 6 rebounds and 6 assists. Buddy's been facilitating, and that's something that we like to see. Hopefully, as Fox used to set him up, hopefully he can set up Fox a little bit, and we can see them going back and forth. That'd be fantastic. Nemanja Bjelica in his 22 minutes kept it to 10. He did hit 2 of his 3-pointers and had 5 rebounds. Rashawn Holmes, fantastic game, and he had made the game-winning defensive stop for us. He had 10 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. 2 steals, 1 block. Corey Joe in his 24 minutes had 7 points. only 2 assists. And Corey Joseph not having a lot of assists is part of the reason why our assists were so low. But Harrison Barnes struggled a little bit in this game. 34 minutes. He did have 5 rebounds for us and 3 assists, so he was contributing elsewhere, especially on defense, which was very, very helpful because, Gallo can light it up, and he kept Gallo to 14, which is good. Bogey came off the bench, 29 minutes, had 17 points, very solid for us. Hit 2 of his 7 3-pointers. Missed 3 free throws, though, which is uncharacteristic of him. 3 rebounds, 1 steal. Marvin Bagley in his return. This is only his 2nd game this season because he broke his hand against roid rage DeAndre Ayton, who's still suspended for his use of steroids. 23 minutes, 11 points, 5 of 13 from the field, had 6 rebounds, and had 1 very emphatic block and a very nice one-hand putback dunk, which was crazy. Bags are jumping out the building. Yogi Ferrell came in, gave us 6 points. And Trevor Ariza played 29 minutes. Excuse me, which I was a little surprised about, but I do understand is because he's a vet and because of his defense, just positioning and kind of knowing the game. And he was a positive for us. Plus 17. Plus minus is ridiculous. He definitely wasn't that much of a plus for us, but pretty solid nonetheless. Yeah, man, overall, very solid game. Of course, we know that we needed a big bucket, so we got it to Buddy down the end of the line. He shot it, missed it. One of us got the rebound. He shot it again on the move and nailed it. Went back down. They got a bucket. Came back around, and that's when I forgot. I think we missed it. Swung it out to Bogey. Bogey pump fake. Dennis Schroeder went flying. 1 dribble, pull up, nailed it. We go up by 1. And then we need to stop. And Chris Paul called for the pick and roll, got the switch out on the big man, Rashawn Holmes. He was dribbling too much, and Rashawn Holmes poked the ball free once, and then the clock was ticking down. So Chris Paul had to go, step back a little bit, shoot. Rashawn Holmes closed out. Oh. Bonk off the rim. Great defensive play. Made Chris Paul uncomfortable. Game over. Kings win. So I right now we're 4-2 in 1-point game situations, which bodes very well because that means that we're learning how to clutch wins out. We're learning how to keep composure down the end, to close out games. Right now we're tied for the 7th seed in the West, so that's very good for us, especially with our record. We started out 0-5, y'all. We started out at the bottom. We were the last team in the league to get a win. We were the last team. The very last. I mean, even New York and Cleveland had gotten wins before we did. But now, look, we're tied for the 7th seed. We're in the fight. We just got Bagley back, so we're going to go up. And when Fox comes back, Fox said he might be back in like a week and a half, maybe a little earlier. He's cleared for 3-on-3 in practice. Once he gets cleared for full 5-on-5 and starts playing that, we get to see him come back. I know people are worried about rotations, but I mean, I think Nemanja and Rashawn Holmes should continue to start for right now. And I think we can work Bagley into the starting lineup. And, it's going to be tough because Rashawn Holmes has been playing the way he needs to play. But his mother even went on record, and he went on record saying, I'll do whatever it takes to help the team win. I don't think we can really take Nemanja's spacing away, and Nemanja's been playing really good. Belly's been playing really good at the 4 spot for us starting. So I think we're going to end up putting Rashawn Holmes back on the bench. Corey Joseph will go back to coming off the bench. Bogey will probably still be our 6th man off the bench. Fox is going to slide into the starting spot. And, Harry Giles is my 2nd favorite player on the team. I want him to get minutes. And, we're paying Dwayne Dedmon a good amount of money, but it's not all about the money. It's about the wins. It's only about how the money affects the wins. And Dwayne Dedmon's money ain't affecting our wins. So if he gets more DMPs, if he don't play, he just don't play. And if we can find somewhere to trade him to get what we need, that's fine. But what else do we need? What else do we need? We got the defense we need. We got the rebounding that we need. We have everything we need. The only thing we need is time. Could we use more shooters? Who couldn't? But at the same time, Fox can hit threes. Bagley can hit threes. Bagley's not a 3-point shooter, but he can hit them. Bogdan is a 3-point shooter. We got Buddy Hield, one of the best 3-point shooters in the league. Harrison Barnes can hit his threes, and he does. I don't know what else we would need. We got defense coming off the bench in Corey Joseph and Trevor Ariza. Dwayne Dedman, though he hasn't been playing great on offense, on defense, he's solid. And I think Dedman will get better on pick and roll type stuff. I think part of it is our IQ too, and knowing how to play him properly. But even if he don't, he's another good big body off the bench. We still got Giles coming off the bench. We got Kyle Guy. We got Justin James. Justin James is not known as a 3-point shooter, but he's got a nice jump shot, and he has already hit some of his key threes for us. Trevor Ariza can hit the three. We kind of only really need time. We don't need to make any hasty moves. And I know people talking about we might trade Bogey. We offered Bogey a contract. He just didn't sign it. He's still a restricted free agent in the offseason. If he was an unrestricted free agent, it would make a little sense. We don't want him to just walk away and get nothing for him. But he's a restricted free agent. So if we want him, he's ours. And we can, because we got his draft rights from Phoenix Suns in that trade, we could go over the cap to pay him. And Bogey is he's a fantastic six man. And I don't see us getting like a better six man than him in the open market, with us being a small market team that might make the playoffs this year or might not. I don't see us doing better. So I would go over the cap to keep Bogey. I wouldn't trade Bogey. And again, what are we getting back for him? More draft picks? We're young enough. We still got Harry Giles if we want to sign him up again. Marvin Bagley's only 20. De'Aaron Fox is only 21. Justin James, like I said, he's young. Kyle Guy, we got a bunch of young dudes. I don't see why we would just. It's not bad to have more draft picks, but I don't see it. I don't see the use in trading Bogey for draft picks. I just don't see it. People just talking about, we're gonna trade Bogey. Like, trade Bogey for what? You know what I mean? What are we gonna get that's better, and that's a better fit? If someone already has a player that's better than Bogey, why would they trade to get Bogey? So I'm not really listening to that chatter. It just doesn't make sense when you stop and think about it, and I'm not really concerned about it. I know the relationship that he has with Vlade. I know why Vlade drafted him. A lot of people think the Papagiannis trade, to get the draft pick to get Papagiannis was about Papagiannis. It wasn't. It was to get Bogey. He already knew. They're both Serbian. He already knew how Bogey got down. And Bogey plays like his late great friend, Drazen Petrovic. He plays with that same fire. So Bogey will be here to stay. Anyway, I appreciate y'all joining. It looks like I might be going to the game tomorrow night. I'll likely be doing that breakdown since I'll be there. So I'll come home and do that breakdown. Continue to just rock with us, follow us. I'll try to stream a little bit on Twitch, me playing some 2K, and we can just chat more there if you guys just want to chat hoops with me. It's your boy Skip, holding it down for my man Tap Lover. Tap out there working hard. Tap, thanks for holding it down. I'll hold it down when you're not here. We appreciate all y'all. Y'all have a blessed night. The kingdom rises. Go Kings. Little body roll for y'all.